So a big problem that we see at the office is a lot of rotator cuff, shoulder instability issues. So we do a lot of banded exercises, we do a lot of stretches. Sometimes we forget how useful a kettlebell can be for a lot of different reasons. So what I like to do is get into what we call a half kneeling stance, okay? We can start out wide, or we can add some narrowing of that stance to bring the core more engaged into the exercise. But get a good wide stance to begin. Two ways you can do it. We're going to start off with the beginner, if you will. What we're going to do is we're going to tuck our pelvis posteriorly, and how I explain that is going belt buckle to belly button to really get that good pelvic control, pelvic position, also starts to engage the glute. From there, we're going to brace pretty strongly through our core. We're going to go bell down against the forearm here. As we're bracing and tilting here, we're going to go overhead without trying to shrug our shoulder. So as much as you can, about 45 degrees out into the scapular plane, and press. But make sure we don't lose that core control or pelvic tilt. For a little added challenge, what we can do is then go what we call bell up. So here it's going to be a lot more stabilization of the upper extremity to maintain this position as we go into the press. Same thing, we're going to posterior tilt here, engage core here, and we're going to just reach up, come back down. About 5 reps is adequate. If you're doing this correctly, it should be fatiguing. The next thing we can do to add even more challenge to this exercise is, as I said, go more midline with your stance. If you line up your heel with your knee, it's going to now make you a little bit more unsteady, which is going to force the core to work a little bit harder. So same thing, get your positioning here. We're going to tilt the pelvis, engage the core here, and depending on what position you want to start with the bell, either bell down or bell up. And this is a very, very, very great exercise for not just shoulder strength and shoulder press, but you get good core control and you also work on pelvic dynamics. So try it out.